Welcome back, everyone, to the final 9 holes, the back 9 coverage of the 2024 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championships presented by Discraft. It has been an exciting week full of aces, throw-ins, and a bunch of other good beer and things over here in Grand Rapids. I've been enjoying it. How about you, bud?
Yeah, absolutely. First time really spending a lot of time here in Grand Rapids, and the locals have shown a lot of hospitality. We're Gatekeeper Media, bringing you the action all week in the MA1 field, and let's take a look at who our leaders are right now going into the back 9.
Yeah, Andrew started off really hot there, but took a bogey near the end of the back 9. Ryan Monn, 9 strokes here. He can walk this one in, barring anything crazy happening. But a big battle for second place, chase card included. So we're gonna go into hole 10, par 4, 605 feet. We have OB Road on the left there. You can go that route, I would say. Some people pick to go that route. You can also just throw a big turnover to the right. But it kind of shrinks up there at the end.
So we did have to wait a little bit. The chase card was teeing off on 11, and the spectators were all in the middle of the road. We waited a little bit because, as you could see, Ryan was planning on going out and over, where we see Zach with the big turnover, and that one just gets a little too far.
He almost black aced that.
Yeah, that's definitely not an ideal position, even with the turnover. There's still a lot of work to be had from there.
This is a good angle from Ethan.
I was actually trying to go more around.
Good spot to land. You want to get far enough right that you're not stuck behind those trees, because then it could pose a difficult shot, honestly, like a really weird angle to the basket.
Quite honestly, I do feel like it is a risky move to play over that OB, because if it does not fade back, you're taking a lot of distance out of your tee shot.
Yeah, I personally like this play, just heading over to the right side. We saw Blake in round 1 do the same thing. He went all the way to the tree line, but I think somewhere in that area, it just kind of opens up the fairway.
Zach giving his a huge toss here. The wind bounces it a little bit, and probably the best scramble of the week. Tap in birdie from all the way from the right.
Zach making it look easy, and this is exactly what we were talking about, Derek. That's not going to make it.
Which we saw something similar to that in round 1. It looks like round 5 is no different.
Ryan's looking like it has enough movement.
Whoa, big
Flares
skip.
Off the road. That's going to be a tricky putt.
Yeah, not great footing there, but again, he'd be throwing 3 from there, so.
Ethan catching the last tree. Yeah, Andrew looking at a bogey again here in 2 holes, or 3 holes, sorry. +2 in the past 3 holes.
Oh, honest bid there from Ethan. Oh, left side splash out there for Ryan. As Andrew moves in to try to save this bogey.
Yeah, this is a big putt for his confidence and for his round.
Missing left side as well.
Yeah,
Had a frustration jumping ahead, just tapping in really quickly.
Yeah, not the foot you want to be on starting this back 9. That was a great birdie from Zach. I mean, I'm so happy he was able to execute that, pushing out really far right. Had a lot more distance on his second shot that he needed to take care of. Gets the lone birdie.
So let's jump into hole 11, a 786-foot, 240-meter par 4. We have 2 clusters of OB on our left-hand side. Second one we're passing now. Then from right to left, we curl up into a green that also has a lot of the OB in a pointed fashion. So it brings a lot into play from your approach as well. We do find that kind of leaking a little more to the right, letting it fade back close to center fairway. Not quite the center, but pretty good play there.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the OB over on that side. So this is looking great from Ryan.
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, this is definitely the part of the course that has a little bit of teeth with these dangers. OB coming more into play.
That didn't make it through. Stopped pretty short comparatively.
It's kind of this turn here. 10, 11, and 12, all OB. Like this is...
That's pretty high.
Getting pretty close.
Just flirting.
And
It
he's
is safe.
That's a
Probably barely.
That's a pretty small strip over there on the left side.
And you have OB for the road on that side as well.
Ethan kind of gets all the way to those trees.
A little extra skip. Andrew with the big hyzer from the left.
A little short. I think he can stop the bleeding here, but Birdie's looking tough, especially in this wind.
Zach catching a branch. He is laughing it off, though, so it's good to see him take it in good spirits.
Ryan trying to get this birdie. It's
a big shot here.
Tough one to get. Yeah, and puts it right in that range that we've seen him make plenty of putts. Just weather the wind. Dies down on his turn. Out circle's edge. That's a tester there for Zach. A little long. Yeah, and it's looking like Andrew will be taking a par. Ooh,
yeah,
he saw that.
The lift there. Looks like, yeah, kind of head cross from left to right a little bit.
Yeah, Derek, this was the hardest hole.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Very tough. Only 7% of the field grabbed a birdie here.
This is a true definition of placement golf.
Yeah, 5 birdies on the day. Shout out guys who have done that. It's a good one to grab. Yeah, and it played .47 over par, and we're going to see right there. Zach's going to be adding some red to his scorecard. So we do go from the hardest hole to one of the easiest holes. So after this big shot on this par 4, we do move to what I think is one of the shorter holes on the course. It's not the shortest, but very close. It's par 3, 274 feet. The drone is going kind of the flex route here, but a lot of people are going to go up and over on the left side with a forehand. There is OB over there on the left. That does come into play, but...
If you commit to your angle, you will evade it pretty well.
Good shot there from Ryan.
Pretty much the same line there for Ethan. A little sharper.
Yeah, he'll be right inside the circle looking at his birdie. Doesn't look like those trees are going to come into play. So I got a little bit of lift.
Oh, yeah. Carried a little deeper into the woods there behind the green.
Yeah, we'll see. And I'm so happy that we see Zach here taking this line, because then I felt like I
flew the drone.
Flew the drone the wrong way.
Well, but as we see, it did not work out for him, so maybe there is a reason behind that.
I hope he didn't study my drone.
I'd imagine he knows how to play this course pretty good. Being from, what, 10, 15 minutes away from here.
That's going to be a par for Andrew as well.
Solid birdie.
Yeah, back on the board for Ethan. 3 down. He's now got a couple strokes on the card for that second place position. Now it's really just fighting the other members that may be shooting hot rounds on the cards underneath yours.
As we would expect from Ryan.
Yeah, 0.45 under par. 16th most difficult, so third easiest hole.
Nobody is immune to a course like Northwood Black.
Just throwing laser beams.
That's so good.
Bresnell, the birdie, the fist pump.
Critical shot.
Gotta get up. Bresnell.
That is a shot of a champion.
Your 2024 Champions Cup winner, Andrew Bresnell.
All right, let's bring it back to the 13th. 312 foot, 95 meter par 3. Pretty average hole here as well. Just a few trees near the pin to worry about. Name of the game is really just getting it out there, letting the ground play, do a lot of the work for you.
Yeah, I would say 13 through maybe even 16 is a pretty easy stretch of holes. These are where you want to stack up some birdies on this back 9, and it all starts here. So that actually leaks to the edge of circle. That's going to be a little bit of a tester there for Ryan.
So round 1, we saw a few tight shaves to that tree on the left. Looks like for the most part, everyone's been able to steer clear so far. That's got a lot of turn on it.
Yeah.
Outside the circle, it looked like.
3 out of 4 with that turnover shot.
That one gets stopped up well early.
Yeah, still a scramble here for Zach.
Oh, the scramble shot comes up a little short, pushes right with an unfortunate roll to add insult to injury.
Yeah, he's going to be putting over there with Ryan. Big putt for Andrew here, trying to get a birdie.
I think we started seeing a few blemishes there for Andrew, and I think it's kind of rattled his cage a little bit.
Yeah, I think the fire, that spark turned into a fire, and I think unfortunately it was put out. And at this point, just got to keep fighting strong and know that you have every hole. And every hole does make a difference. Every stroke matters.
No luck for Ethan.
Yeah, it's going to be another lone birdie for Ryan.
Oh, what? That's probably the nastiest spit out we've seen all week.
I was wondering why the graphic didn't come up for him making it. Oh, man.
Those really hurt when you hit dead center and it still doesn't stick.
And it like took a minute too to like spit
Yeah,
back
so
out.
it teases you a little bit.
At this point, Ethan just needs to stick to his game. Could possibly see in a second place here. All right, hole 14, under 250 feet, coming in at 76 meters. This one just a slight left to right. Got a forehand with an approach disc, backhand with a putter maybe. Again, these holes are must-gets at this point.
So we'll see Ryan riding that left side edge. Gets stopped up with a root or something. And gets a roll further back. Should be well within range for him still, but definitely not the reaction you're hoping for. Ethan's clips branches to the left, does fight through, finds himself just past pin high.
Yeah, 2/3 of the field grabbing the birdie here. So this was the easiest hole on the course. So that one leaked a little bit to the right.
Yeah, early. Didn't commit to the power.
But from hole 12 to hole 16, every single...
oh, is that just nestled right
yeah,
there?
I think that's going to be all right. So the stretch that we're talking about here, every hole, 40% or more of the field takes the birdie.
Oh.
Tough break there. So hopefully we see some green out of Andrew here to finish out this round.
Oh. Very unfortunate for Monn. Bouncing off of the cage, ricocheting past on the right. Andrew coming in with his par save.
So yeah, not the best from our lead card here. We're looking to see if Ethan can pick up his birdie. You know, Zach will right after. Good birdie there.
Yeah, I think we undersold it, but that was a great shot for Zach.
Yeah. Kind of that like backdoor left side there. Well within the circle.
Mm-hmm. All right, coming in on the 15th, 475 foot, 148 meter, par 4. Pretty low ceiling overall, all the way until you get to the tree line here, and then we dogleg to the left, going slightly uphill. You said it earlier, and I do have to agree, this is probably one of my favorite holes here as well. Name of the game is righty flex shot here. Let it carry forward just enough so that as it starts to fade, it will push you further into the tree line. Unfortunately, Ethan gets caught up early, finding himself on the left side edge. Maybe a little pinched off there. Nice low angle here for Zach.
That's a great shot there.
Yeah. Wow, that's
in.
the furthest I think on this hole we've seen so far.
Yeah, we've seen Ryan kind of more to the left side. He's kind of going that way. This is even more left than short. But
maybe a touch more stable than it should have been. Does get a fortunate roll closer to the clearing, maybe opening up that angle a little bit more for him. This one seemed to be pulled a little bit.
Hey.
But
fairway hit.
Yeah, miraculously not really getting stopped up by anything.
You don't really need too much distance on this. It's pretty short overall, so you could just throw a straight shot, honestly, and you could see this little earlier gap that Andrew's able to find. He does a great job.
Yeah, nice turnover forehand. Kind of just chipped right up the hill.
Looks like Ryan's going to execute as well.
Yeah, low effort shot for him. That's nothing. Pitch and putt. Nice stalling shot there for Zach. Mitigates any types of overthrowing. Ethan finding himself with some trees to contend with. Metal hit, though.
All right, so Zach's going to gain a stroke on Ethan, making it a little more interesting. Same with Andrew. Brings it to within 2.
4-2.
We're through 54 holes.
It is going to be an exciting championship Sunday.
Avelina with what might have been the single best drive in the division.
Evelina has been so good at throwing those direct lines.
2024 PDGA Champions Cup presented by Bushnell winner, Evelina Salonen.
All right, hole 16, 320 feet, 98 meters. Kind of reminds me of hole 13 a little bit. Kind of has a little bit more of a slope here on the right side. A couple trees to miss early on. But kind of a similar shape in a way. That's just a little early and right.
It's just outside the circle as well.
Oh.
Things are starting to come unglued here for Andrew.
Yeah, his releases just don't look the same that they did at the start of the round. The mechanics are just looking off. As this looks great.
Yeah, and from what it looked like, just kind of throwing it in the dirt, fighting its way all the way.
This misses, and it does.
Yeah,
good
that
shot
should be
there
good.
from Andrew. Should be able to get his par. Big putt for Zach here. This is for a turkey. No.
Well, not really the series of events that we'd be expecting here.
Yeah, I feel like we're like in the 80s. All these metal hits.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. But Ethan with the birdie.
Yeah, thank you.
And we've seen this this trend that Andrew's got kind of this like low flick of the wrist style putt.
Yeah, a lot of spin. He's able to get his par. That's good after hitting first available. I think the cleanup crew's here. So we get into the stretch that I think is pretty difficult in hole 17.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so jumping into the second to last hole of the event, 605 foot, 185 meter par 4. You got OB all along the right side, and you have some trees to contend with. So just about where the drone is a few seconds ago, it's going to be your ideal landing zone in that clearing on the left-hand side. You also kind of have a backdrop a little bit behind the pin, so you can play your approach shot a little bit more aggressively if you have the open window. This does carry far enough to the left. That should be wide open.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
buttery
next.
smooth there for Ethan. Flip up. Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, this is going to go into the danger zone.
I think it might have been far enough to where there's not a lot of obstruction necessarily, but the distance is not where you need it to be.
This is looking
Ryan-
pretty close to what he did last time.
Yeah, still not in like the most ideal positioning. You're kind of giving yourself more gaps to hit from that side.
If this gets through, this is kind of what you're looking for.
Oh, wow.
And it does.
With the extra ground play to boot.
That right there is
Yeah.
the shot.
Best one all week from what we've seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't look like he got as far as I had thought he did. So just pitching out, that's going to be another unnecessary stroke.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to save par, though. Great approach there. It's always good to see our guys saving pars. This came in as the third hardest hole.
And you see where Ryan is, even just 20 feet further to the left opens up so many more possibilities. Because if you ricochet off one of those trees and push OB.
Yeah, as we saw Blake in the first round. As Ryan actually went with a driver and went forehand first time.
So we know this turnover forehand here is working.
What?
Little fairway ace. Big throw in for the 2. Longest drive and longest putt. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Nice sharp angle
super
with the forehand. He's been throwing that forehand great all day.
Sneaks in just above the cage. You got to run that one in, man.
Well-deserved eagle. 'Cause yeah, if you count that as a fairway ace, that's 3 aces for the week.
Yeah.
And we were able to
We'll
capture.
probably catch some flack in the comment section about that. So there's no such thing as
An
it's
eagle's
like, hey,
an
let
eagle.
us have our fun. Okay?
We captured 3 eagles. There we
yeah.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Good birdie from Ethan.
Yeah,
Making
spectacular.
it look easy.
Yeah, Ethan did a really great job of some separation there.
Yeah, you can see it out here on hole 18, final hole, par 4, 786 feet. Got a pretty tight gap here. You could push through a little bit on the left side. You have to worry about OB along the entire right-hand side. And then these trees are really big and bushy here. Really easy to grab your disc and not make it all the way to the green.
Pretty safe play that we've seen before is just the big hyzer if you have the distance. Because it's totally okay being off to the left.
Yeah, this is going to be tough.
That might not make it through. Oh my
geez.
God.
That's actually a great spot to be. You're a little more left. Great shot from Ethan. Looks like he's going to finish strong.
Oh,
here.
that's perfect.
He is in form. It's a closer. He picks it up on the back nines. Saw it on moving day.
If that has enough carry, that should be pretty good too. Yeah, not quite enough to get past most of it. Looks like it did get kind of hit down a little bit. Whoa, low angle from Ryan.
Looks like it stays in, though. Looks like the OB line there kind of juts out. So he just throws it up and over on the left side. At this point, he could play this hole a couple times and stuff. As he really showcased why he's earned these 3 wins. Zach with the big turnover needs to really hurry right. It's going to fade out early.
Even going around the outside on the left.
It's a good angle. Should crash in, and it's caught up there right at the end. But well inside the circle.
Oh! He wanted to go out with some style.
Yeah, trying to put on a show. Let's see if Zach can finish strong. He'll be ending with a string of pars. Oh. Andrew, the roller coaster round that he had. Putting up a good showing, but Ethan
Hit the 40 club.
hit the 40 club. There's not a lot of players here that have hit that. 3 in a row to finish. 7 down for the round. Solid showing.
When you called it earlier in the event that average of 10 per round, we have Ryan floating just shy of that 50 down that you had alluded to.
Mm-hmm. Good showing there from Andrew, Zach, but it's now this man's time.
It does look like that was out of bounds.
Yeah. He's going to finish with the bogey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present to you the 2024 PDGA Amateur Disc Golf World Championship presented by Discraft, MA1 champion Ryan Monn.
Congratulations. The AM Slam.
Junior Worlds, US AMs, and now world champion.
That's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, I think being a junior, he's got all the makings of being the touring professional player that we're seeing come out.
Let's take a
year
moment
after year.
to really acknowledge the heartfelt moment between his family here, mother and brother, along for the ride with him this week.
I want to give a shout out to Ethan Owens, bogey free the entire tournament.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment in and of itself. So well-deserved second place.
Third place.
Third-
Looks like
oh,
Ribbon snuck in
man.
there. Out of
Wow.
Kentucky. Great player as well, as this is the future of disc golf there. These amateurs are going to move into the pro division,
Absolutely.
and some of these guys are going to be cashing and competing. And I'm just so grateful that we were able to watch this and experience it.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Keep an eye out for all these names because, like Chris says, this is the future of the sport. So thanks again. 2024 PDGA AM Worlds presented by Discraft. We'll see you on the next event, folks.